Hello, I am Cesar Barroso. I've been following Major League Baseball since 51 years ago. I started in 1972, and I am going to comment for the second year in a row the chances of the Philadelphia Phillies being the 2023 World Champions. This is a team that has been constructed since at least 5 years ago, each year getting better and better to be in the postseason and in the World Series. Last year, almost nobody gave a chance for them to even make the playoffs. But not only did they make the playoffs for the first time in several years, they went to the World Series. And after 3 games, they had the chance to win the World Series. This team has been improved, as I said, every year in the last 4 or 5 years. Since they hired Bryce Harper, it has been getting better and better. The team that went to the World Series last year was an inferior team to the one that we have this year. This year, we won 90 games, and now we are in the first place in the wild card to enter the World Series. Wednesday, we beat the Marlins in 2 straight games, showing the type of team we have. This team has been improved a lot since last year. This year, the Phillies hired the shortstop Trey Turner, who is one of the best in baseball, and since August, he has exploded offensively. And this guy is a type of player that can be the main figure in any playoff games. So after hitting 26 homers, this man is the type of player that has improved a lot this team. But not only that, the third baseman, Alec Bohm, who is in his fourth year, this year almost drove 100 runs. He drove 97 runs exactly. So he has turned in one of the main third basemen in the game. And the team also has in the infield a guy that he's in his second year, Bryson Stott, who hit around 300 all of the year and finished hitting 280. And he's a great batter. He's a man that every time he's in the home plate, it's going to be a long at bat, and he is going to hit many times with a 2 strike count to the hit hit part of the game. We also have first baseman, which is probably one of the best players in the game, Bryce Harper, and he showed it up last year in the playoffs. He is impressive with 460 something at bats. He hit 20 homers this year, and he has been a very important player for this team since he came in 2019. We also have one of the best catchers in the game, JT Realmuto, who hit 20 home runs this year. And he is one of the men that conduct better the pitchers in a staff to make them be the best they can. And we have in the outfielder left fielder who for the second year in a row, has been the leader of the team in home runs. Last year, he won the championship in the National League with 46 home runs. And this year, he hit 47 and drove in 107 runs and walked 125 times. So it means that he got on base with walks or with singles 241 times, which is the main reason why Thompson, the manager, has put him in the first place of the batting order for 2 years in a row. Even though he hit 197 this year, which was even lower than the 207 that he hit last year. This team also this year improved a lot with two outfielders who showed their not only defensive skills but also their hitting skills. Brandon Marsh, who hit close to 300 all year, he finished with 280, and Johan Rojas, who hit every day he hit over 300 and finished with 302 batting average. Defensively, they're among the best players in the league. And a man that last year was under his skills, but this year he came back and was the leader of the team in RBIs, the most important offensive number in baseball for me. Nick Castellanos. He drove in 107 runs and hit 29 home runs. This man is really impressive again. And I feel that this team has the 9 players in their lineup to really be able to fight in every game and to win many games. It doesn't matter who the rival is. In Atlanta, just about a month ago, the Phillies lost 3 of the 4 games. I'm sorry, this wasn't in Atlanta, it was in Philadelphia. And of those 3 losses, in 2 of those games, the Phillies tied the game in the ninth inning after being in the last column mostly of the game. So they lost in the 10th inning, an extra inning, but they showed that they could really win or fight against the season's best team, which does not mean that they are the best team in a playoff series. Last year, the Phillies beat the Braves in the playoffs. And as I said, this year, this team has improved a lot. It has also improved with the starting pitchers. Now they have Walker, Taiwan Walker, who was the major winning pitcher of the staff, which includes, of course, Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, who are the 2 best pitchers in the starting staff of Philadelphia. But Walker, even though he ended a little sloppy, he won 15 games. And we also have Suarez, Sanchez, and Mike Lorenzen to, be there for the fourth and fifth place, let's say, of the staff, which makes it one of the most complete staffs starting pitchers in baseball. The bullpen, which was just 2 years ago one of the worst bullpens in the history of the game, has improved a lot. This year we have Craig Kimbrell, who has resurrected, and he has again saved 23 games for the Phillies. And we also have Gregory Soto, who has been impressive, who has been a great pitcher for the Phillies bullpen. And we also have Hoffman, who played with Cincinnati, and this year he made great bullpen pitches for the Phillies. So Jose Alvarado has been impressive again once more. He had a 1.74 ERA in the season, which makes him one of the best relievers in baseball. So, with these four guys, and I would include also Stram, who has been really great this season also, the Phillies now have one of the best bullpens in the game. So, they are going to again defeat probably the Atlanta Braves. The Braves are basically the same team they were last year, with a little, let's say, improvement of Ronald Acuna, who this year hit 40 homers and stole over 70 bases. And also Riley, and also Matt Olson, who hit more than 50 homers and drove in more than 130 RBIs. But their pitching staff is not that good. So I think the Phillies are going to beat the Braves, and they're going to advance to the next playoff round against probably the Dodgers. So this year, the Phillies, I think, are going to be again in the World Series, and they're going to win the World Series, probably against Texas and or the Astros. So let's wait these days. Let's see the games. But honestly, this team has improved a lot. So I really think that we are going to be in the World Series and this time win it. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the baseball postseason.